The results of last Tuesday's primaries were not good for Bernie Sanders. Joe Biden picked up wins in Arizona, Florida, and Illinois. Now, it could be said that of those three states, Florida might be the only one that is a swing state. Arizona has been solidly Republican for decades, but Illinois could be another state that could be seen as a key part of that Midwest firewall that Obama used to win in 2008 and 2012, and the collapse of may have led to Trump's victory in 2016. After the results, Bernie said that he was working on reevaluating his campaign, and at this point, he seems more concerned with dealing with the coronavirus. Thankfully, he has time to make his decision. It is still another 2 weeks until the next round of primaries, and many of those may be delayed further because of the coronavirus. I just heard this morning that Pennsylvania's primary is being pushed until June. But there might be a point where Bernie does have to consider abandoning the race and making an effort to get his supporters behind Joe Biden. If he does not, he could actually become much like the Black Knight from the movie Monty Python and the Holy Grail, who, while seeing himself as a symbol of determination, actually by people on the outside may be seen as more of a fool. The other thing to be concerned with is that he could be seen much as a Ron Paul-like figure, a candidate or figure who, while being able to command a huge presence at rallies, does not see results translated into the polls, and his ideas, much like many of Ron Paul's, are seen as fringe. Which is odd because many of Bernie Sanders' ideas were parts of the Democratic platform until the mid-1980s. The other concern is that he could be seen as he and his supporters could be seen as more of a personality cult, much like Donald Trump, but once again, not being able to translate support into polling. Finally, he could actually end up hurting his movement in the long term. The effect of the Bernie or bust folks on the judiciary are being seen more and more as more and more conservative judges are appointed by Trump and approved by McConnell and the Senate. If Bernie does decide to leave, though, it's possible that he could arrange some sort of agreement with Biden. Joe Biden does not have a lot of support among younger voters, and those younger voters could be a key part of his margin of victory. Biden cannot win the presidency by the support of the boomers. Bernie's supporters still may have a say in shaping the Democratic Party platform, and one part of the platform that I could see being influenced by Bernie Sanders is the idea of student loan forgiveness, as this is actually something that could be seen as cross-generational. I could see an ad with a boomer visiting their Gen X son or daughter and asking why their millennial grandchild is still at home despite having a college degree and a job. The millennial grandchild says the student loan debt, and at this point the ad pivots to Biden having a plan for, if not student loan relief, at least some degree of forgiveness. Even if Bernie were to support Biden, there is still the matter of him getting his followers to get in line. In 2016, Bernie did provide support to the Clinton campaign, but it did not seem to get to his followers and supporters. Now, I understand many of his followers do see the system as being broken, but I don't think a lot of them understand what building a new system would take. Any new system would have to be heavily based on ideas of mutual aid, mutual education, and even mutual defense. A final problem with building any new system is that many of Bernie's supporters seem unwilling to take to the streets and the affected communities. They seem to think that tweets and Facebook likes are enough to defeat Trump, ICE, McConnell, etc. These supporters express solidarity with Hong Kong, Puerto Rico, etc., but are not willing to see that that might be what it takes here in the United States, and many are still unwilling to actually take the streets.